Hello, ¿qué pasa, YouTube? Hoy, what's going on, YouTube? Today, nobody told you life was gonna be this way. Your life's a joke, you broke. Love life's the old way. This shit just broke.
Stole my gun, YouTube? Jesus, stole my gun. They trying to steal my diehards.
Get another one. David done got a machine now. Let's go take this stuff.
Tell him I need to make
He don't know how to use it.
Tell him I need to make a
YouTube video, man. We need Lil Nas to make a YouTube video right quick, bro. Hurry up. The director down there going crazy.
All about the Benjamins. How many times I gotta tell you, you gotta pay for the chips before you eat them. Bro, the bitch has been there for like 10 years. What's going on? I'm sorry, YouTube. We're on out the whole city right now. The whole city gassed out. YouTube, look at my cheesy ass zip tie strap on my GoPro.
So all right, I'm gonna go in the comments.
They can't see it.
I know.
I'm gonna go in the comments.
In this clip, I'm just moving around my tool carts, moving stuff out of the way that doesn't need to be there, getting the light set up, getting the camera set up, making sure my tool cart is full of tools that I will need to complete the job, or at least I think I will need to complete the job. It makes it way easier when the tools are sitting right there in front of the car and not 10, 20 feet away at your toolbox. Trust me, those trips back and forth wear heavy. Skip through the first part of pulling the front end apart and we got right to it. I had no idea how to remove this bumper because we didn't install it, and it's a pretty heavy bumper. You'll see we hooked up the engine hoist just for scares because I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to pick this thing up when we were done with it. But yeah, it required an engine hoist for sure.
Strongest man on earth.
Wait, let's make sure his tailgate's open first. Did you guys literally drop it again?
It slid.
Watch out for the man. What are you doing, dude? I'm trying to make sure you guys watch out for the man. Will doing the release of Shane back there. You lost some bolts, man.
No, what happened to it? Let's stop.
We're back there doing the release of Shane, y'all. When you lose rear plate bolts, but it's okay because
There's 300 on the LS.
there's 300 LSs in the shop.
Yes, from all the bolts disappeared out.
Yeah, right there.
They had to do all that for that bumper?
Nah, pick it up. Hit that side.
Nah, I ain't got the balance. I ain't got the stability. I'm a liability.
You ain't got the balance. Got the whole front end torn apart. Got all this shit coming out. Got to take this big ass fan off. Fixing the car without no problems.
Yeah, no problem. You know.
Hey, but with David
I
here,
got
he
you,
broke
I
the
got
line,
you.
he broke the block, he
got
broke
you.
the bolt. I can't win with David, bro. I can't win with David, bro.
I stick to what I know, man.
It's shooting out
You
here.
hear that? Yeah, you hear that?
I stick to what I know, David.
Which is very little, I know this.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Man, my life's on right now at my crib, man.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'm trying to tell you, man, them kids happy, man. Getting educated.
Lighting is way better during the freaking nighttime on this GoPro, man. Okay, great. So this is where I'm at. We had to take a couple breaks. Me and Will got other work to do during the day. Besides just this, Will was working on the, let me pan over here. Will was working on the RX-8 today. He put the flywheel and clutch in, rear main seal, stuff like that. We're gonna get that done, transmission, and hopefully tomorrow, you know, all that good stuff. We got left to do is a fuel system on that, and then Kevin's coming to pick that thing up. I was working on this earlier today. We've been working on this pretty good amount today. I had to stop to do a set of F250 trailer brake, the controller, the plug, 7-pin adapter in the back. Had to redo the whole thing for one of my customers. Bought a 10,000 pound dump trailer, and they need to brake when it's full of concrete. It's not 10,000 pounds empty. It's a 10,000 pound capacity, whatever. So I think it holds 10,000 pounds worth of concrete or whatever in the back. We're gonna continue chopping away at this. I'm gonna pull the intake off. I'm gonna pull the valve cover off so we have room to pull the engine up. I'm gonna drop the turbo. We're gonna be peeling back some wiring on this thing. Then the stuff that you won't be able to see, but the torque converter bolts, starter, bell housing bolts, and probably pull this thing out tomorrow, honestly. I'm stopping here for the night. It's a lot of work. A lot of to come off of this. It's really heavy. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. All right, we got this far. I got to remove this turbo, remove this whole manifold. It's a pretty heavy motor, so we're just trying to lighten it up as much as I can. I pulled the fuel pump off because we need to change it to the new engine anyways. Got to remove this fuel filter housing, these transmission lines down here.
Remove my arch because I don't have my 3/8 ratchet.
Yeah, Will lost his 3/8 ratchet. We're still sad about it. We're still sad about it. Next, we're gonna come down here and we gotta remove this transmission line. I already went and popped the clips off. It's got these clips. It's got this bracket. That's a 15 right here. Draining into a pan. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna do all the bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, downpipe, turbo, motor mount bolts, and set the trans up on a stand and then get to picking the engine. Getting ready to do some real sketchy shit, and I skipped over the whole part of pulling out the turbo, pulling out all the transmission lines and all the wire harness and mounting the chain and praying too. Hopefully this don't bust. take the motor mount, rack it out so I have more room. One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay, okay.
You don't need new dudes in a minute.
That's all you. Alright.
Well, it's been a minute since the trailer's been taken up.
We messed up the frames.
Since they'll be taken up for a week.
Right. 1,000-pound engine.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
Alright, so I done skipped the whole part, getting the other motor ready to go back in. It was way too much work, way too much cleaning. And that heavy, everything heavy as yeah, I'm a that. I'm cussing. I got the saved on my computer too, but 0.25 second and a 2-second long one in case I want to go ass motherfucker. Exactly. Why you sound like you need help?
I say then, you know, we got the whole truck painted, new rims, you know what I'm saying, whole inside done over music.
Engine still looking like
And
this.
the engine, yeah, the engine had to get around all that shit.
Engine looking like this.
I'm keeping all you
I swear on it.
keeping all you up. If this is the love I get, all right, I got something for y'all, boy.
I've been swinging on everybody.
Yeah.
Engine weighs 1,000 pounds right there, so ain't nothing gonna be easy about rolling around. Show me an engine hoist that'll roll around with a 1,000-pound engine like that. Put your hoist on there. Yeah, perfect. Thank
Right.
And in the night here, got the new motor in there or used motor. It's in there. It's sat in there. Dad sprayed the front up with some lubricant. You should probably. Oh. Is there something else in there? Ooh. There was another bolt in there. You definitely can get the motor in from the top with the valve cover on. I broke it. I'm gonna put the old one back on. She's in there. Tomorrow, we're gonna be test driving it. We just got a whole bunch of loose ends to tie up. I ain't tying it up now, it's too late. Through a whole bunch of stuff. We torqued down all the bell housing bolts, marked them all down, torque converter bolts, marked them all down, starter bolts, marked them all down, got marked on all these motor mount bolts, marked them down. About to run the wire harness. We gotta switch the valve cover still, and we gotta change the pump, the high pressure fuel pump, because the customer bought a brand new one, making me waste my damn time, Flop. Anyways, we've got a brand new one we gotta put in this motor over here. So, yeah, we're just gonna crack at it. You guys are gonna be along for the ride for a little bit. Sometimes you gotta contort the body to get the bolt out the way you need. You're gonna be removing the bolt that's facing that way, and it feels good this way. Now while I got the fuel pump out, I'm gonna go ahead and install the engine wire harness because it sits behind a bunch of fuel lines and wiring stuff. It's a big old headache. These are nice and compact, but they're a way bigger deal than what you think. Here we have a whirlwind of wires. Skip forward a bit again, but we got pretty much all the stuff that I needed to get done. I got the new fuel pump in, all the wiring under the intake, which is like it's a pain, man. You got the fuel filter housing back there to get in. Once you got all that stuff in there, let me turn this light on for you. More light back there. Everything done. Swapping this valve cover out here in a minute. About to install the turbo though, and the front end stuff. Power steering pump gonna be in a minute. And torqued everything, marked all the nuts. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it tight, Yeah. Now, turbo install. We're gonna fast forward this. Or maybe actually I'm gonna put you guys bird's eye view of what's going on. It's a little too late to say I should have wore a mask, but I should have wore a mask.
Okay, I know where the jumps were. Left it outside.
On this one, I'm choosing to use a wrench because I'm not comfortable torquing this down.
It's cold.
Yeah, Rob, can I give you the part number? 101 5K6. Yeah. The part number. This was 2014. 2014. Yeah.
Getting ready to start it. I skipped through all the downpipe, didn't fit right. Pouring in all the oils, getting all the tightened up. Still not sure if everything's tight. About to try right now though. We're about to turn it over. Let's see. Dodge is done. Test drove, not leaking oil, not leaking coolant. Taking it home for the weekend per the customer's request because he wants me to test it out. So I'm gonna test it out. I can't wait to show you guys how I got paid for this car. We didn't have enough time today to clean up the yard, and I hope you enjoyed working on this truck with me. And it's been hell. My back is beat. Every inch of that truck weighed 500 pounds, and I'm done with it. So catch you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace. Alright, so that's it for the Dodge. The Dodge is cleaning out the shop, taking it home for the weekend. The customer told me to test drive. No, the fuck we didn't. I just started talking 20 seconds before you did.
We started at the same
No, the fuck we didn't.